What's going on, friends? My name is John Waldman. I'm a filmmaker based in New York, and today we're talking about ProGrade media for your Sony cameras. I am making this video today because when I originally got my FX6 a year ago, there wasn't many third-party options, especially for the CF Express Type A cards. But I've found that over my year of shooting with the FX6 and a few months with the FX3, these cards have never failed on me. They're extremely reliable. I could say they are true workhorses. I've put them through their paces. I just want to share my experience with them. So depends on what Sony camera you have and, what compression or codec you're using and what frame rates you're using, but these are the two types of cards that you're gonna wanna look into. So one being the V90 SD card, and then the other being the CF Express Type A card. And one of the obvious main things that I like about these cards is that they are cheaper than the Sony cards. I remember when I bought the FX6 a year ago, the only CF Express Type A card they had was this 80 gigabyte card. It was $200. It only gives you 7 or 8 minutes of 120 frames a second in XAVCI. $200 for that card, it's ridiculous. And at that time, ProGrade didn't have their CF Express Type A cards, but I held out and eventually they made them, and I got them in a 2-pack, which wound up being a lot cheaper comparatively to the Sony cards. So you can get 2 of these V90 cards for $230 right now on B&H. I think that's a great deal for 256 gigs total. So Sony's V90 128 gigabyte card costs $209. That, or for $20 more, you could get 2 of these. And yeah, the 2-pack of these costs $650. 160 gigabyte card for Sony would be $400. If you bought 2 of them, that'd be $800. So effectively, buying this 2-pack saves you $150. The only time you're ever gonna need this card is when you want to shoot 120 frames a second in XAVCI. That is the highest quality recording that you can get on this camera. It is 422 10-bit. If you want to shoot 120 frames a second, you're gonna need one of these puppies. Luckily for me, I rarely shoot 120 frames a second. I've accumulated a nice set of these V90s. You're fine up to 60 frames a second when you're recording an XAVCI, which is in 422 10-bit. I know some people have gotten away with shooting 120 frames a second on these, but I have 2 notes on that. One being the bit rate in which the camera records 120 frames a second in XAVCI is higher than the 300 megabytes a second that the V90 card records in. But that is a chance where you could have a card fail on you or not work. And my second note is, I had an issue with this. I was doing a dual recording. One of my cards was a CF Express Type A, but then the other one was a V90 card. And I think that triggered the camera to say, hey, you can't do this. XAVC-SI is the highest quality recording you can get out of the FX3 and A7S III. So the point of this video is to tell you ProGrade media is freaking awesome, super reliable, and it's cheaper than Sony.
Hello, this is Chris with Kyle.
Got the mailman. Welcome to New York City, baby. Cheers.